see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See slime break night, this break night. My wristwatch is like a brake light. And you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your in the hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Credit the tackle to Kurt Coleman. And Peterson in week 3 against Green Bay, he woke back up 120 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Man, I think what you're alluding to is how his season began, right? We go back to the Arizona game to start things off at Arizona. 96 yards and a touchdown. Week 2, only 20 yards on the ground. Indianapolis bottled him up. And then he explodes against Green Bay. And throughout his career, he has exploded against Green Bay. He put 199 on him one time when he was in Minnesota. I mean, he had well over 1,700 yards against Green Bay going into this ball game when he played. So Adrian Peterson likes to see the Packers. You still see the explosiveness. You still see the toughness, the vision, and the willingness and determination to get the extra yard. He had a big, big game.
The penalty does everything but get them a first down. It's close here on 2nd and inches. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Smith. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They're going to go for it. It's Smith. He finds his target. It's Crowder. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
On second down, Peterson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Brandon, their last miss on third down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a fourth down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They are going for it. It's Smith. It's brought in by Dodson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Off of play action, here's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Great 15. Orange. Let's go. 15.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Alex Okafor able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense. It's one. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed from 10 yards out. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Russ. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it!
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Good set.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
21. Got it!
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. To throw, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Throwing now is Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Cameron Meredith from 3 yards out. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They start the drive with Peterson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Single receiver. Ready, wide, 80. 15, yeah. Slot. 15, yeah.
Out of the gun, Smith. Now to the left, it's complete to Daxon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
52. 35. Got three. Three down. Kill. Check nine.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Right. Yellow. 15. Orange.
Play action. It's Smith. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Set, wide, 80. 15. A tiger. 12. 15, yeah. No. Off. Hey, let's roll.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but third and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll run it now out of the see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. The Redskins on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is third down and 12. A shotgun snap for Smith. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Breeze now on first down. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Zach Brown. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Shotgun now for Breeze. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And it's third down. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep for the Redskins, Jamison Crowder. Taking it about the 36. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. The final shot here before break. Smith, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. Ted Ginn's going to go. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 99 yards. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Well, special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Again, a run with Thompson. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Smith finding Doxson that time for a Washington first. They pitch it out to Peterson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. It's the linebacker, Manti Te'o, on the stop. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. That 2nd down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Flushed out right. His throw incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now Breeze. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
Breeze going to throw. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Easy. You kill.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
5-8. 53.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. 21.
Here's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Kamara's got the 1st down and then some. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, gun. Rip loose. Orange.
Off play action. Smith being chased out left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more, plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. They'll roll him out right. Fighting through pressure, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
On third and long, it's Breeze. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. Blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run, the best runs for the top.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Whoosh. Finds a seam inside the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're sort of seeing them.